is working in such cohesion, in such combination, that it doesn't miss. It just seems to be on point. And ACEND, with all the question marks over their head, be like, what is going on? What is happening? And this map in particular, yeah, you know, the last few games also look scrappy over here. Like that 14-12 versus Supermassive Plays, that 13-9 versus G2. That was not too clean. That was not too clean considering we're talking about world champion ACEND. But it is what it is, right? And this is the map to come back. This is the map where I once more want to see the confidence, where I want to see unreal plays from some of the players. And maybe that's going to be the case as we're starting with the pistol, and as we're starting with FNATIC over on defense. It's a bit of damage dealt, but the route is towards mid.
And FNATIC already being qualified to playoffs with that win of BBL earlier. Supermassive Plays. We'll be seeing, well, they'll be looking to guarantee that first spot, right? ACEND, the next target. They'd love to get this win.
100%.
ACEND on attack right now seem to have something on mind of their own. Dashed in from CNED, not challenged at first. Definitely will shut down the doorway. At the end of that, they'll look to push through. Only one player on site, but they will take care of the utility early. Nanoswarm onto the corner. Will damage them up just a little bit. Zik actually heavily damaged up, down to 30 points of health, but they now find their way onto the site. Bone Cold holding his ground, but Magnum not showing himself. Shorty not quick enough, which means ACEND have the numbers.
Timing was there. Starkso was thinking about it for a second, but this is a pistol, mate. You don't go for the knife. And so Dirk has his chance to make it a wonderful clutch. One for the frac montage. Starts off good, but ends off with his death.
Yeah.
ACEND with a proper start, getting the pistol, and this is where you want to see them play. This is where you want to see them flourish. Finally starting off good.
It's a good start for ACEND. Obviously, you want to get them started off on the right foot, considering that previous map wasn't the most morale boosting map you could have. Quite the opposite, right? Demoralizing, you could describe it. So now, hopefully with that break, they can jump right into the action.
So Dirk and Co. playing a bit more focused towards the A side. Only market that is going to be held by Dirk himself. The rest looking to see what they'll do over on A. Once more, no further sounds made by ACEND as they only grab the orb real quick, stack those up where it's free. Most likely the same's going to happen over there on B main, as there's no real way to deny that. No, not grabbing it yet. Starkso does, surely, for sure. But there's no noise, no sound, stacking over on A. As the drone comes in, the dagger's coming out. And yeah, FNATIC seems to believe it, but it's all happening towards B.
Yeah, you got to stack up your players. At least find strength in numbers, because weaponry isn't really an option for you.
Nah.
Wrong call made though, which will mean the B site will be open and ACEND will comfortably find their way in, set up positions. But FNATIC will even have a harder task to taking this round, or any damage anyway.
If, you know, the word impossible is a very big word, and Bone Cold is very cautious because he knows there's a lot of teams that are playing this shorty kind of strat back over there. They now have a 1v4 versus CNET. Dirk at least finds one. CNET whiffs again, has to back off, and he's thinking twice to take such a fight. Can get out in time. Not again. No, you're not taking those fights that seem to be way too eager, right? They might be free, but it's a little dangerous indeed.
Wow, okay. Killing CNET do get the kills eventually.
Okay,
they get damaged up by 2, but still. The win is theirs, and I guess 3 players not too bad to stay alive.
You know, I genuinely think in such rounds always extremely worried, but at the same time, it worked. Not going to complain further. FNATIC now. Let's talk a bit about their defense. They're really that heavy default B side of utility setup that we usually know from them. And ACEND, as they're standing in front of the gates of the B side, yeah, that could become annoying. That could become a problem. In case running in all of the Killjoy utility at the same time, might be just aware of that. Few players spotted the dart is not doing too much damage, and they're just waiting. All the patience in this world. Turret immediately destroyed. Market control therefore denied. And no big rotation from FNATIC, as though Boaster now joins.
Nash expanded at the start here for CNED. Won't be feeling
Goodness.
that comfortable this time around. A lot thrown at Zeke, but still resilient with his position.
There it comes.
Magnum forced onto the site now, and this could be an opportunity taken for them to push through, but instead, they're also entertaining the idea of the A side.
Yeah, and that idea is brilliant, because we know from the last few games, Boaster is always in a rotation play where he's trying to help the team as much as possible, trying to enter when needed, but none of the A main presence is being used by ACEND. And as they're trying to prod and move and fake, FNATIC themselves aren't too sure of what's happening. It's still Magnum who waits back on stairs, but that is good. This is what ACEND wants. Boaster is out of range, and that could grant them a solid round right here.
Oh, this is where the utility comes in, and you'll see the rotations come through, but how long will they take to approach from Brave? Has to walk back from this. A lot of damage coming through. Magnum somehow hold on, and may even find another. Runs out of bullets, and Killer swings to get the kill. CNED allowing his team to walk in. They can get the spike down just in the nick of time as well. 3 versus 4, and FNATIC struggling to find their way back in. And Starkso also being a thorn in their feet.
He's going nasty again, and now his time comes as the though is seen. Zeke still makes this a man advantage situation. Mystic low HP, you got the rifles, get out of there. Seems to be the very clear call.
Yeah, they have to, right? Two valuable weapons. They look to move out. Mystic knows in trouble though. Oh, it's quick to react to save his life though, and definitely shuts down CNED. Keeler's eager to find that kill onto Boaster, but not permitted.
Yeah.
I think they'll be happy to be at a standstill. Zeke is actually going for it. He's thirsty. Won't be granted any gifts, though.
You know, it's a bonus for ACEND, so I think hunting there seems to be a very valuable thing to do, but Killers knows when to stop. It's amazing, because this could be something of a trend that we see throughout the course of this entire game. It is Boaster being the linchpin. I remember very vividly. It's like images in front of my eyes that the movie is playing against BBL, where he as a defender helped his team so often by the rotations, denying aggressions with his dagger exactly when needed, coming in with...
It fell off my shelf and broke.
That's it? That's the story?
That's the story, but it was very nice. I loved it. I was 5 years old, okay?
All right, okay, yeah, that's traumatic. So ever since you don't like pigs, or I don't know, whatever, I'm not going there. It's great to know. Free Wikipedia trivia team, write it in the meantime. See that
Traumatized by broken piggy bank.
Yes, and maybe FNATIC is going to be traumatized by free A real estate. As they're filling up the piggy bank with all the coins, Boaster and Co are going for it. They want to deny it. As their Zeke falls. Hold on. This is not really a round to retake.
How on earth are they getting these kills? CNED is not by himself on site.
Hello?
He can't have a refract there, but he gets 2. No way, CNED!
No!
You absolute monster! Brings out the blaze, but shut down by Durka. Gold call from above brings it down to a jewel. Shock dart available, spike touch. That's a lot of pressure for Boneko, but uses the Aljo and confident that it's not stuck with. Looks to tag, but it's diffused halfway. Now stop. Durka swings by. What a marvelous round from both ends, but it's Durka to solidify it with a stamp.
The weapons were not there for FNATIC. Sure, a rifle here and there, but it should have been not like that. It should have not been like that at all. Not the slightest, not 1 second. And sure, CNED does CNED things. Sure, he shows us how easy Valorant can look, but
that's crazy.
At the same time, it doesn't work out, and that bites you. That could hit your confidence.
You know what? FNATIC needed that. They absolutely did, right? I mean, now back in the game, it seemed like it would all have been lost for a second, but CNED brings that round in a realm of possibility for ACEND, but now this is a different matter. The next round, one could break ACEND's economy. And Durka looking to take control very early. Ooh, Starkso is quicker though.
It's nasty. Nice off angle.
Wave trades it, but it's a standstill. ACEND will think twice before pushing again. Aljo and Yu to clear things out now. But I think they've scouted out that Killjoy is not here, therefore there may be a chance. Brave?
There might be a chance. Brave starts good. Can he back off? Yes, he can! We're finding too. That side is still only belonging to Boaster.
And he's done enough, right? That's the kill he needs. CNED can't really wrap around in time. Finds one. Can you do CNED things once more? May want to isolate them, picks up the spike. 38 seconds to work with. That's still some time. Does Boaster peek it? Not yet, all spotted. Spray down goes wrong, and that means that Boaster falls down to a one-on-one, and Mystic wants to recover this. Playing it smart, CNED not quite getting that spike down quickly. In the corner, spotting the head, and Mystic finds it. That got close, but FNATIC recover.
I mean, there it goes. There, you know, both had pretty much the same economy in this round. Both had similar funds in their wallets, and look where it leads us. One can afford something. I mean, the Spectre, Guardian, the Sheriff, yeah, I mean, Durka has his little daggers ready, so it doesn't count.
Here.
But ACEND, their momentum might be broken at this point in time. So what started well, what started good, what brought us an amazing set of momentum, speed, and confidence is FNATIC interrupting it, slamming the brakes, and that timeout seemed to be wonderful, to put it that way.
We talked about that round kind of breaking ACEND's back. It needs time for recovery, that's for sure, and FNATIC really like taking control here. Durka so eager to make this space for him early. At the same time, Catwalk to be taken over, as well as the start of the A main push. Not going to be a simple endeavor, let's be honest. But I love how FNATIC are respecting ACEND right now.
They're doing it for the right reasons. There's no reason to overpeak and go over-aggressive. They once more annoyed him with a flashbang. Boaster has another one back on his belt. So there comes the execute. All the players in front of all the gates, A main as well as short. But they gotta defend it right now. Zeke finds Mystic. The site somewhat open up.
Somehow Mystic was found in no man's land, right in the middle of nowhere, and gets shut down for that. Lockdown initialized. No chances taken here. Already with the Phantom in the hands of Zeke. Flash away. Lockdown going through. Zeke wants to punish this.
What?
Oh,
no, it didn't go through.
They're taking the trade. Now they're stuck. Now they're in trouble. Zeke has to fall, and FNATIC take it with 2 players lost.
It looked like that thing was on point. It looked like the fragment was directly hitting that lockdown. It was denying it entirely, but that didn't happen. ACEND at least get the spike down in that round. Ensure they'll spawn again with the right weapons in hand. Are to be found, not the world's. So let's see if they got the adaptation. Let's see if they'll drive us to round and map number 3. As the Killjoy setup is being set up on short, Brave, Mystic, and Boaster have all their ults. That only goes for Keyless on the side of ACEND, so might just set up for exactly that. But this is the Vision Strikers goal, quickly over onto short.
Initiative taken early here by Durka. Now looking to gain that early space. ACEND respect it. Lockdown, though, is directly what Keyless needs right now. It's been permitted.
Is Boaster hitting it? Ah, this is important. Boaster could have had the fragment, but he didn't hit it in time.
No
exactly.
Time. They know of this, right? So they give them the respect. The A site has been opened up, but ACEND haven't pushed.
At the same time, are they over on B in time? It doesn't feel like it. They've used the ult, they have used, right, that, and at the same time, it doesn't feel like they can make use of that because it's too late. That is a Killjoy ult. Bringing you something, but Zeke is now on side. No one daggers out, taking a bit of aggression towards Garden.
Double bait and switch right there. Move towards the A site, make them think it's A. Move towards the B site, make them think it's B, and then go for the A site again. Hunter's Fury looking to deny it. Spike has gone down, but it's still a 4-on-4. In mid though, CNED takes out Durka.
That's so crucial.
Very crucial. And now what they do with this is this. Boaster up front first. They're taking the fight towards Tree. When have you seen an A site taking 4 like this? Zeke and CNED all together. Crossfire setup all across the board. ACEND snatch the lead right back up.
What in the first second looked like a, let's say, waste of a Killjoy ult turned out to be a double fake, and FNATIC was like, yeah, we're reading into that. We're not falling for your tricks, but then there's suddenly the triple bamboozle coming in from ACEND. And the best part of all of that, Magnum dies early. With Magnum's death so early, the Killjoy ability that was there on short, you still see the Nanoswarm present. It couldn't hold them up, it couldn't deny them, and this brings you so much. And so it is FNATIC. A round where they have to find victory, because not only we see a 3-5 by then, we see an economic disadvantage being so big. So they were taking a bit of a mid approach, trying to move forward and trying to prod. as Market seems to be their goal.
Completely switching up the pace here. Ascend want to take the matters to their own hands, and it looks like Gurka has nowhere to go back. He had to take that trade, and now Brave looks to hold on. That is Zeke still alive, somehow held through with his ultimate. He's got strong, but at the same time, they want to take him out of the equation. So looking forward to taking Zeke down, but they don't. They have to lose a round as well.
He's even coming back in time, so getting your economy back up. And here is the unfortunate part for FNATIC. Funds are running low. And you see right there, swapping up the pace with speed. You love to see it. Taking that aggression. Denying utility to be thrown in. Gotta love it. We absolutely gotta love it. And such speed pays off. Mystic now back on the Bucky. Probably playing around the smokes the way I see that Bucky being used also in the past few rounds. It seemed so innocent for Darkin to walk out there and be like, yeah, that's fine. But he's getting dinged.
He did get dinged.
Ouch. No heal.
It hurts, but at the end of the day, you look at FNATIC and what they have at their disposal. It's not pretty. But Boaster just tried by. He just wanted to say hello.
None of that.
Okay, Magnum holds the line towards mid. That's giving them some sort of advantage to work with numbers, keeping them at bay. Fragment, of course, Ascend not going to peek through that. They're rerouting their efforts right now by having pressure towards mid, but also CNED peeking towards B.
They left B main out of the equation here. With Keyless eliminated, though, they
Boaster.
know the turret might be disabled. Boaster's not hitting it together with his teammate, but so much pressure, they go for it.
Oh, he has to drop away. Knows there's a second player there. They're keeping them busy.
Ouch.
Entertainment value right there. And,
no way.
Look at that. The Bucky makes his appearance. The 3-on-3, and already it's dangerous for Ascend. Already losing two players. And they're also running out of time.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, you say it. The first round FNATIC got, that was an annoying little retake. And look at that. Mystic got to hold him up.
Oh, he's got a Vandal as well. Collected with a kill he got with a Bucky. How do you turn it around like that? CNED with 5 single points of health.
Look on main.
Brave also looking to move in. Peekaboo. Distracted. Oh, makes his way onto the side. Survives it. CNED.
No.
Evading things. But somehow getting the spike down in time. A 3-on-2. FNATIC yet to guarantee it. CNED spotted, looking for those wall shots. Somehow he's still
not
alive.
dead.
Shocked up, still not getting the kill. CNED up close. Can it be found? The answer is yes. Starkso is only able to find one throughout that slaughter. But FNATIC are able to win the eco round.
Thrifty.
I have no idea what to... I mean... absolutely speechless. Goodness, it started with an entry on Ascent. And things are turning around by Keyless getting caught off guard. Not even like a big blame, it's just being caught off guard. And, you know, Boaster's once more buying time, getting killed, that's all fine, all dandy, but my god, did I not see that coming. And Bone Cold definitely didn't see that little Bucky coming. He was walking out over on A, thought main is definitely not going to be contested. Mystic saying, this is my house, get out of here. And that gives him the upgrade you've mentioned, that gives him the Vandal. And things once more look maybe not dire for Ascent because you see the money's looking decent on a few players. But what that does to your mental, to your morale, that is annoying.
Now, this is a little small play that happened there. Cloudburst does drop the mark, which means Killers is eventually spotted. That also means that he's taking a hint of damage. Softened up just a bit. That's a leg onto CNED.
HP.
Again, finds himself low, but this time around, can he find anything after it? The answer is no to that. Mystic shuts him down, but they're eager to go for it. Boaster pressured close by, throws down another flash drive, moves in, Cosmic Divide, but Boaster finds it before it even goes down. FNATIC hold strong with all of their players. Brave even wants to go for these wall banks, nearly shutting down Zeke.
I have no more words. Look at the place. Ascend are just right now lacking some of those plays, but they're coming in.
So desperate at the end there, but FNATIC keep things close. They equalize. 5-5 is the score.
It is the Ascent magic that just doesn't work against FNATIC. I think that calling it magic is an okay term. You see usually a CNET finding kills with ease, but he's being low HP, dashing into his side. Yeah, that is where I see him shine and flourish, be the surprising factor, but... the X factor feels like it went missing. Even though CNET has 14 kills, don't get me wrong, he's playing great.
Here.
It is usually one of those CNET kind of rounds, it feels like. But either way, main aggression towards B, Magnum in the smoke, and he just waits for it.
Oh, there you go.
Oh my god.
It's as simple as that. They wait for the recon bolt. Brave finds it through the smoke as well. This round is not going to plan for Ascend, that's for sure.
And it feels like that Haven kind of rounds we saw where utility was surprising them. Some plays didn't see coming. And sure, you don't see such things coming, like a Magnum standing in the smoke, waiting for exactly that dart to find a kill. But Ascend, clueless in those last 2 rounds. Or it feels like when they're not pressing the pedal, when they're not giving the pace, FNATIC being in charge seems too dangerous.
They're too comfortable.
Yeah, they make the plays, that's the thing.
Looking to infiltrate where one
30 seconds
only
left.
player holds. Boyster turns his attention shortly.
That's good.
That is good, but how good is it? Because it's a 2v4 still. And the chances of this round going their way still fairly slim. Running out of time also, it's dwindling away by the second. Magnum's got the angle.
No.
10 seconds
Just
left.
like that, the round is over. FNATIC will grab the steering wheel and put themselves in the driver's seat.
They very much do. And that, you know, that info dart put slightly somewhere different, spotting him. Yeah, very potential frag. Very good opportunity in getting on the B side just last second. But that didn't happen. And that sounds very easy, I know, but it's so devastating on the Ascend side of things. FNATIC is playing wonderful games right here. It always feels like it's a little surprise thing you don't expect. It's not like even this massive play, but the little surprises they come up with that are really disturbing for the Ascend side of things is they're trying to default casually, right? They're trying to just hold B main. And then there's a guy holding in the smoke, getting an info dart, bam, you're dead. And that feels annoying. Taking a different route though. Over on mid, CNET's prodding forwards, and
FNATIC are moving.
FNATIC are moving. But the timing could be good. The timing could be good from CNET right here.
Oh. You can see Mystic has nestled himself into wine. Lockdown, kind of curious here. Zeke has called it. Okay,
He knows.
they don't want to go for the lock. Well, if they do, they want to make sure they can shut this down. Process here to assist. And if he's able to do too much, then Zeke will get shut down. There's nothing much he can do.
didn't
He's
deny
isolated,
it.
right? CNET finds himself into the backline through all this chaos. It seems like they don't know. Mystic?
No.
Now they will.
Hey, second.
Okay.
Yeah, okay,
There we go.
okay.
He goes, he falls, which means Ascend have 4
Last
players
player
up against
standing.
2. Make that against 1. Make that against no one.
So
'Cause
important.
We're 6-6 at halftime.
Switching sides.
And that's great. And at the same time, Bo's just going to be so mad at himself for not hitting the fragment directly at that ult. Didn't find the right lineup. Maybe it was a little too fast. One of those things. And so Ascend move over to defense. This is where they have a solid chance of, you know, getting the speed out of FNATIC. Right? They have a very decent default. They're very casual. Are a bit more B focused in their pistol rounds, but FNATIC, they seem to be doing the total opposite. Very much on A, but take a look at Ascend. I count 4.
It's time for Ascend to shine. And Ascend will do just that. Very early aggression.
Down A.
Everybody was looking at each other, just like it's just like the Spider-Man meme. Everybody just pointing at each other. But still, look at that. Still traded equally. The thing is though, Ascend do slightly win out from that trade with the health. Spotted out, and they do reroute their efforts, but at the same time, Achilles is there to stop it.
And you see Mystic leading the charge over on B. There's a turret. There's an alarm bot. And most importantly, there's Keyless, who's very keen to hold them up. The majority of FNATIC is
Obscuring
Or the
vision.
majority of ACEND is not having a read on that.
Yeah, it's still
And
there.
if they're still waiting. They're still not believing what they're seeing. But now with all the utility thrown in, there comes the rotate. Here comes the drone. And Keyless is in trouble.
Once you realize there's more than one player there, you definitely know.
Look at Magnum.
Oh, Magnum. Okay. Magnum.
No, that's ugly.
That's a free
Nice, though.
kill. And now they can
30 seconds
pinch a Bone Cold in.
But maybe that's the wrong move, Pavlos, because they're already moving back over on site. He
not.
doesn't know where Bone Cold is. Look where they're going.
Bone Cold just
They are
shouts.
dedicating.
Call the ambulance, but not for me. Look how they move in. Okay, they need to win these trades, and ACEND have brought all their players here. Healers needs to rotate, but Bone Cold is all they need. Bone Cold is absolutely all they need. Zeke will steal the ace from Bone Cold. You could see him looking at him a little bit, a little bit hastily, but it is ACEND to win the pistol nonetheless.
The fake turned into a double fake, and that fake didn't work. Magnum, the one that could have made the change in this, and as he's gotten the kill and got all the attention, it felt like, yeah, that might be the good go for B, but at that point in time, the players in B main already rotated away, so they didn't even hear the steps of a player leaving the site, which makes it also unfortunate for FNATIC, but also beneficial for ACEND. And so the weapons are there, and Ares on Bone Cold, and we're not playing on that patch, so... Oh, Magnum... Alright, already low HP. He chose violence.
Yeah, Magnum might die here. Shock dart, how accurate is it? Okay, misses the mark by a bit, but Bone Cold is eager to go for this, and is this necessary? It seems like they think it is. They're going for the trades, eventually getting the better end of them. But Boaster may have found an opening. He's given over the audio cue that they're over at the orb, but they found their way back in, so the opportunity is now missed.
And having some sort of awareness, but I'm not quite sure if they realize maybe that just that corner in particular is so important. And if they now make some noise on A main, they might just get Zeke helping his teammate, and that could be his cue. That could be his cue. Waiting is his job. And look on main.
They need a distraction first. Boaster ends up falling, and if you don't get that one kill, there's no way into that round. ACEND clean things up and increase their lead by 2.
Yeah, and there you see it. You know, that was the one where I thought, okay, they're making noise on A main, my time, but not with Zeke. Gotta wake up earlier for that one. And so it goes. 6-8. Weapons are in. FNATIC with the rifles at hand, and you know, usually have a very, very classic default where you see Astra somewhere on top mid, maybe KO using a bit of utility on A, trying to figure out what's happening with the dagger, but I think they want to do the anti-Bone Cold, maybe. They do. They do.
Okay. Ares. Well, get antied.
No!
Brave is probably
No!
smiling right after that.
Oh god, he knew! But now Brave found the entry, and the B side is insanely vulnerable.
Zeke is all by himself. Has to step up massively. The map is closing in on him, but they're not really eager to take this trade fast. They want to make sure they have a double-sided approach. Durka looks to swing by. Flash drive, keeping them busy. Fragment as well, want to hold them back. The spray down approach, but FNATIC take control. They seize over the B site, but ACEND close by. Don't want to give them enough of a chance to breathe. Talking about breathing, Brave is breathing up behind their necks. Odin at hands, they swing him, and they manage to get themselves an Odin. How influential will that be, though? Durka.
Finds one. Yeah. Unfortunate timing.
This is actually a very expensive round, though, because CNED finds 2.
Yeah. And he got a good weapon, to be honest, but Mystic's on the lurk. Does he find the second? Just ducks in the right time. He goes through. But does not get. I mean, that would have been hilarious.
It would. I mean, FNATIC did get that control very, very early, but ACEND made them clutch their butts, to say the least.
I'm with you. I feel you. And I mean, I love that. This piece, you saw it. I don't play any of your games. You're playing checkers, I'm playing chess. That's what Brave is saying. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. But now we finally see weapons on both parties. The big ones, the real rifles. CNED taking early B main control. as he's looking for more.
Here.
Graves jiggling is not costing him his life.
Killed my bot.
Now FNATIC making sure they move towards mid right now. They've actually split up their position. Interestingly enough, ACEND have got plenty of user to hold them back right now. Keyless has to play it slow. Durka wins the trade on Stark, so which means that Keyless is unsupervised. He's all by himself. Quickly needs reinforcements, and CNED may be there in time. Durka is quick to react though. CNED looking for it, but Gravity Well will keep him back for a little bit more. The spike could go down. Recon bolt onto the site, maybe to give some space for CNED, but the answer to that is a complete no. Spike won't go down just yet, but Bonecall finds the shot through the wall.
Spike.
Durka desperate for the wallbang. And then Bonecall shows him exactly how to do this. But look at that. Zeke's moving around, and with him moving around, that might be just the timing ACEND is looking for. Brave has not the slightest clue. And now...
No! Brave!
I can't believe it.
So quick to react to that, and now Mystic.
It goes on.
On the bottom end. Bonecall walks directly in front of him. Devoured whole. And now CNED. Two very different positions. There goes one, and now between his own cloudburst.
He heard him.
He touched the spike, but he doesn't full go for the commit, which means he's running out of time. And Brave, he's too smart. He knows of this. And yet again, he's playing check while the rest play checkers.
Yeah. Good round in the end. Surely tight and close, and both parties with their investments. Yeah, that was heavy. And so as we see, rifles are coming out for FNATIC as though there's not a big buffer left of economy. It is ACEND going for the shares. Nothing too crazy. You know, those rounds, those decision makings, I've seen it a few times far from Brave, and every time I talk to someone when it is about Brave, he got compliments for his insane game sense, you know, for his awareness of situations. And again, he has shown that. And we are witnessing that. But what we're witnessing right now seems to be a quick one over on the A side. They are not keen to find any more. Magnum's flank might work, but CNED still got the operator.
As free as it could be for Magnum. Not quite the second though, which means ACEND may have a chance in this, especially if Keyless puts a classic to good use.
Placing swarm grenade.
It's a 2-on-3. Zeke somehow still alive. Has to reroute his efforts though, and until he does, it will take some time. FNATIC find themselves at a disadvantage, but at least have control. Cosmic Divide as well, blockading one of the entries, but this could also give ACEND the opportunity to swing by and walk into safety. CNED taking full control over that, but now they have to drop again once more. Two very similar positions for FNATIC. They're waiting for Z to move in. Mystic reset, which means they can now focus towards having Keyless dies, and CNED does not want to give away on this operator. He'll give it his best, but I'm afraid FNATIC are just too resilient. Hold off the angle. Mystic, bullet between the eyes. And FNATIC regain the lead.
Solid stuff from FNATIC here. 9-8. Pause for ACEND might just come in soon because you don't want to see your opponent run away with it. Those rounds are close, right? It's not like FNATIC are super dominant, but at the same time, it never looks like it's too shaky. It never looks like it's too weak. They have the coordination and the confidence in so many of those duels, and it's just amazing to watch. And once he jumped down, I thought like, yep, that's his movie. But sure.
And they had some sort of an advantage at the end of the half, right? Winning the pistol, but ever since, FNATIC with these buy rounds, they've been able to react to everything ACEND had been throwing at them.
I think, let's say it like that. The good part is that ACEND are in somewhat of a safe space in their group, but not fully safe. So you got to take that serious. You got to collect that victory. And Zeke, he's collecting some ground, taking a bit of territory. His mates do the same on A main. That's a lot of control that ACEND has already garnered.
FNATIC with a victory here would go 4-0 and top the group.
Ridiculous.
I mean, they're already topping the group, considering that guild did just lose a game. But CNED, can you do here? We'll drop back. Okay, handing over mid control at least for now.
You see all the utility over on the A side makes it really tough for the guys of FNATIC to make that move. So they decide to get the swing on mid. CNET is eliminated. And when we take a look over on B, there's Sova, there's KO. Means Zeke as well as Bone Called. And Zeke is using his ult, but he cannot deny too much.
Zeke wants to go in here. He wants to go in, but there's a crossfire. He spots out one barrel, but Durka's there to retrieve him. FNATIC have got full control. They move into the B site, and ACEND are from the outside looking in as if they're looking at a fishbowl. And the fishies inside are bouncing back. They're piranhas, and they're biting at their legs.
Yeah, it seems like you're not coming off that round with too much flesh on your bones.
Nope.
Not at all. It was once more very decent. It was once more wonderful to watch. I mean, CNET being caught off guard, losing such a duel versus Stark, it is that fight we're talking about. The 2-star Jets of Europe. I mean, Safe is making a name for himself for sure by now. And this leads to FNATIC getting into double digits. This leads into ACEND having some problems on the economic side of things. And again, one of those miracles would be needed. One of those magic rounds where you suddenly drown your opponents in prowess. And it is FNATIC again with wonderful coordination, really waiting it out in that round. You saw how deep they were. You see that they did not care the slightest about the room ACEND got. They were deep down mid. They were deep down A main. They didn't care. They didn't fight for it. They just let it be because their game plan was looking a bit different. And they also knew that Zeke would not stay down mid the entire time there. So ACEND, they grab whatever they can. And they're left with 50, 100, 250 bucks. So it's a kind of a do or die situation, Pavlos. It matters so much right here.
Yeah, seen it already with a Blazestorm. Attempt something. But it won't be working out. FNATIC ready for it. Walks in,
Finally.
gets one, and walks back out.
Get him.
Somehow alive.
So they're waiting again, looking patiently. Mystic is eliminated. It's looking decent right here for ACEND. It works for ACEND, and only Brave stands.
Oh.
Only Brave stands.
Oh, Brave, how on earth do you bring your team back into this game like that?
No way.
3 kills to his name and 2 left. This could be a full ace clutch if he looks at the right time towards his right. Does he do it? Oh, that could have been, but it is not. ACEND, close the gap.
And they collect the rest of their bucks to get at least a round on the board, and they do. All the trouble towards B main saw FNATIC falter. As the initial fight from CNET didn't work out well, it went on better from that point. They left them in the cage of B, and once they pushed out, the entire chaos of utility was over on that site. CNET on 25 kills. Can we just say that? On 25 kills, 19 rounds played, 25 kills. An absolute monster, this guy is. Was sleeping on map number 1. Is an absolute machine over here on ACEND.
Ooh, CNET caught off there. That's not the best of situations for him. Durka quickly taking him out of the equation, and it looks like they're quickly moving in. Getting themselves now towards Catwalk, pushing through. Zeke will be the gatekeeper so far. Fragment will do the job though. Ends his life. And now they walk into the A site little by little. Stark so dropped back. Location revealed, but the lockdown will make things difficult. One shot that already used, that now cannot be used to take down this lockdown.
They're sucking him in? Is it coming in time? No, it's just a smoke. And so they go for it.
They've touched the spike. It's diffused halfway. That's the important part. That's a lot of pressure for FNATIC right now. Now this Omen can simply just spray down, and they might be lining up for Bone Cold, but Bosa and Mystic make the wonder work happen. FNATIC aren't going to seize control of this. 11-9 in their favor.
I mean... What a wonderful, nice try on that retake. You know, he's picking up the Odin and being like, I can just use suppressing fire. That's fine, but... it just isn't there. And Starks, at the same time, look how much he's away from that Cosmic Divide. That one ult that could have gotten him just exactly that. It's not too much missing. And now, it is Mystic putting that in. It's a quick B-side go. All the utility flying down. He finds one. That's good. And he's coming in more.
Well, Durka pushed in, instantly dead. Magnum attempted it, but gets greeted
That's a
by
classic.
the Bone called, my word. Well, what do you do here? Mystic is all that is left. ACEND have already done a ton of damage to this attack. Mystic, oh, just a pixel away from Bone Cold's head.
There he's spotted.
Mystic has to walk back from this. There's a player behind him. Ooh, okay, quick to react there. But it seems it's being approached from two different directions, but Bone Cold is all that is required. ACEND on double digits. They make a round which didn't seem possible work out for them.
$11-10. And FNATIC. No, this was one of those rounds where it shouldn't have worked. Bone Cold getting 2 kills with a classic. Right? And all the utility thrown on the side of B. We saw the smokes, we saw the gravity well, we saw the dagger, everything.
Right here.
But ACEND were ready for exactly that. They were denying it just that moment. And so the money, not ideal for the FNATIC side of things, could bring us closer to a tie. We're pretty much right now receiving the invitation of an overtime possibly, or that 13-11 victory.
FNATIC now with sufficiently less funds. Well, also spotting out this movement. But ACEND also quite happy to dedicate players towards the A. I mean, they've already seen A main and given the call that there's no real need to have so many players there. FNATIC want this opening, but so far ACEND isn't giving it to them. CNED though, it's going for a field trip, going for a walk,
Oh, no,
and Durka is a
no.
big bad wolf to blow him over.
Yeah, he's not standing for any longer. He was just trying to back off. He wasn't even trying to take the fight anymore. And suddenly, updraft comes in. Durka's hungry for more.
Oh, Durka, what a shot. And now he's opened things up substantially. Starkshow all by himself right now. Closely Keyless is coming in for assistance. But the lockdown will allow them to move in. They're going to have to fall back from this. And FNATIC know of this patiently and waiting for that ultimate to pay their way in. Durka moving up. Heaven control is what ACEND will need to fight for.
He's playing so
Bone
good.
Cold has showed them that space right now. But FNATIC have got numbers control. Again, with lesser weapons that ACEND did.
Those rounds, I cannot believe what I'm witnessing. It's 3 more that stand on the side of ACEND. There's 1 more smoke for Stark so that he could use. The retake still on.
Starkso gets a beautiful kill onto Durka. And now there's an opportunity for them. 2 at the bottom side. But Brave is there to shut down Killers.
No.
Boast a spray down. It's a bit off, but Magnum and Boast, all of them can control their shots to shut down ACEND. 1 by 1, the crossfire was there for them. Raining bullets onto the world champions. 12-10, 1 round away from getting the victory in this best of 3.
It starts with Finnish Airlines getting airborne and sending daggers in the face of CNET. And suddenly, the dominance of Durka is magnificent. You know, he might just look like, it's only 21 frags. What are you talking about? So many key rounds where his impact, just in the fragging department, has done exceptional work. Keyless and his boys, that's the round. Surely you can once more hurt FNATIC, but not in economic department. It's 2 rounds in a row where they will play against the buy, and Durka, he's starting his tour.
Durka realized it was far out of his depth right there. Desperately need to move back. Okay, ACEND. Haven't seen too much of this before. You actually pushed through, and I think FNATIC don't quite know of this. Although they've given the respect.
There they know, maybe.
I think they know of Zeke.
But this could give you an idea. You know,
Yeah, they're not going to check Starkso.
Maybe.
And Starkso, we're going to get a free kill. Mystic trades it back, and Zeke has to fall. Instantly, FNATIC have the advantage.
no. That seemed so safe. That seemed so possible, catching them off guard, getting multiple kills, but it's only down to 3, and we see a Sheriff in the hands of Bone Cold, Keyless with a Spectre. And so CNET jumps down.
So long.
Look at that.
Into that side. ACEND have rotated, but means that look at Magnum. Oh my word.
He needs to get the kill.
Magnum.
He needs to get the kill.
And he finds it as simple as that. Bone Cold didn't even entertain the idea that he could be there. Keyless looking at punish on Mystic, but that will not be happening. CNED, you need a Marvel out of a Marvel book. Well, that would be a comic book, wouldn't it? But still, a FNATIC. What an insane display this game. What an amazing display this best of 3 was neck and neck throughout the series. Well, the first map had FNATIC written all over it. This one, ACEND desperately needed to stay in this best of 3, but FNATIC, composed as ever.
He knows about Mystic. He kind of has an awareness, but he has to be that. He is not dead. He is not done. He is not dusted. But behind him, Mystic awaits him. And FNATIC take him out 2-0. FNATIC take out ACEND 2-0. And so many rounds, Pavlos, where I genuinely believe that, you know, they have a weapon advantage. They have extra money. They have all the util they need.